Well, hey, I think we are live streaming.
Oh,
Welcome everyone. This is Health Debunked with Dr. Kosher,
hey.
and it is not. Hey, I'm not ready for you. This is Health Debunked with Dr. Kosher, and no longer Heather Simpson. She wussed out. She couldn't take the heat every week. You know, I lay the heat on pretty thick, and she went crying off. So we thank her, but we're actually pleased to see her go. To replace her, we have, they had Scarlett last week or something, some chump. This week I don't know, what's Aly or something? Aly Marie. Shocker. It's a Marie. Because like 95% of Facebook world is Marie as a last name. So, Aly Marie, welcome to this show.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Kosher.
I'm looking forward to destroying you, with your health nonsense and teach you some
Likewise.
real facts.
Oh, is that what we're going to do?
What are you trying to do? Some advertising already? Is that what's happening? Like, look at me with my Yeti. I'm rich, and meanwhile,
Oh,
I sit in a closet. I have a closet studio.
it's great acoustics and mediocre, lighting, but it works.
It's all right. Well, why don't you tell us about yourself? Because
Don't you, isn't that what you want? Undivided attention. I'm away from everything and everyone just for you.
I do enjoy that. Yeah. People need to learn the real medicine, the real thing. And,
Oh,
we can just start talking about yourself. People are not interested, but in order to allow me to take a drink, I'm going to turn it over to you and just tell us why we should care who you are.
okay. Well, I am a mother of 5.
Children?
And I'm sorry?
Children?
Yes, 5 children.
Okay.
I have 5 kids. Shocker, we only have one that's completely unvaccinated. The others are under-vaccinated. So
What's
they'll love them, I'm sure.
Why are you not vaccinating the youngest? That seems criminal.
Oh, it's not. We've had
They're safe and effective.
No. Are they? Are you sure? Are you
Yes.
okay?
I'm fine. By the way, I got my flu shot this week. My 18th. I did, and you can see my pins, but I'm really upset because somebody stole my 18th pin, and I think they're using it to mock me somewhere, and I'm not happy about it. But I've had 18 flu shots because they're safe and effective. To security, I did.
Oh. What did they do about it?
He stared at me like I'm crazy or something, but whatever. I'm going to ASIP. Do you know what ASIP is?
Yes, I do.
Well, for those who don't, it's all right. ASIP is a place at the CDC heavenly gates where all the decisions are made of what new vaccines they can give to all of us and to children to keep us safe. So at that meeting, last time there was a guy who was really excited about the stickers and pins, and he used his 3 minutes to talk about that, which I thought was amazing because he really cared about people. So he had a couple bags full of the flu shot pins on the back table. So I made sure to grab a couple of those, and he's going to likely be there, and we'll have some more flu shot pins. So I'm excited about going to get hopefully stickers. I didn't get any stickers last time, so stickers and flu shot pins.
So you want stickers and more flu shot pins. What is your goal for flu shot?
20 in 2020. That's in the not 20 more now. That would be ridiculous, but 20 in this flu season. So, I'm up to 18 in a couple of weeks. I'll be there. By the time I go to ASIP, I'll be at 20, fully vaccinated.
Pretty proud of that. One. Why are you getting so many?
Well, because I don't know who isn't vaccinated out there, and in order to protect myself, I'm going to do everything I can. And the flu shot is not perfect. You know, stats came out that, yeah, maybe it's 9%, maybe it's 13% effective. So I figure if I'm like 200% effective or 200% protected, then they'll work. So even though
So
they work and are safe and effective every time.
9% effective. That's an interesting way of looking at that.
Well, I mean, it's a positive way of looking at it instead of looking at it as 91% ineffective. Nobody wants to look at it that way. So we always want to project the positive aspect of vaccines. So it's
Also, that's how
100%
you
effective. Yeah. So I interrupted you because it's my show and it's kind of what I do. But why don't you continue? You know.
Oh yeah.
Where are you?
So a family. I'm a mother of 5 children, and we've had some vaccine injuries, so we've decided to no longer vaccinate. And so my youngest is not vaccinated.
Tell me about these injuries.
Well, I've actually had one kid completely pass out and was unable to wake after vaccinating.
That's normal.
Oh, is it?
Completely normal, yes. It happens to like 90% of the patients I inject. It's normal.
Oh my God. How is that a normal thing? I don't understand.
It shows the vaccine's working. You get injected and you pass out, and it shows that your body is responding to it. It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a normal thing. Especially because manufacturers' inserts are very clear about what is not considered normal. It's more of like a legal document. So they have to say what they're.
That's why, see, I demand my medical staff to remove all the inserts, and they go out in the dumpster before some weirdo comes in my clinic and says, hey, can I see the insert? Have you read the insert, doctor? And I always have to say, no, I have not read the insert. They do not give us the inserts in medical school. I don't need them now in my own practice. So no inserts.
Really? So you don't think you should know what you're injecting people with?
No, the CDC tells me what I need to know, and they don't seem to think that that's a priority or that's even necessary.
Oh, right. Because CDC is what, like your daddy or something? You just blindly listen.
I feel comfort knowing that somebody's out there looking out for me, and it's an ethical organization, that well-renowned, well-respected, like the World Health Organization, like the FDA, EPA. These are all great government organizations.
Were you at the vaccine confidence summit this past September?
I was not.
Did you happen to listen or hear any of those videos that came out?
I saw some misinformation on it. Yeah. Those were fake videos.
How are they fake videos? It's from her mouth.
It was dubbed.
You think so?
Isn't true. Oh yeah.
Really?
So I'm interested in these 5 kids of yours who,
yes.
The youngest who you refuse, irrationally and ignorantly to not vaccinate her.
That's poison? Yeah, I won't poison her.
How is she faring compared to your healthier vaccinated ones?
Well, she's actually the healthiest. She has no issues. She's actually advanced for her age. She's 20 months old, and she's already speaking in sentences, and she's been walking since she was 7 months old.
Is she speaking in tongues? Is she religious?
No.
Oh,
no.
So advanced. Advanced.
Yeah, for her age, she's very advanced.
Wish we could say the same about you.
Oh, okay.
What else have you done with your life?
I am a veteran. I was in the Army for a year.
A whole year? You lasted a whole year.
I broke my foot and my hip, and yeah, so that was fun. So I couldn't finish my contract.
What happened? I want to know the story. Was it like playing basketball?
No. I was training.
Was it?
Yeah.
heavy
I
drinking.
look like I play basketball. That's funny.
You know, your skin's a little bit darker, so yeah. But,
Oh, okay. Touche, Mr. Doctor.
well, you know, but so how'd it happen? You're training and you're
Yeah,
clumsy and you fell.
I guess so. I don't really even know how that happened. I don't even remember tripping or falling. I guess just
Hmm.
my bones gave out.
I've said the same thing. You know, it happens. But we have drugs for that. That's why we pop some blue pills and there's no more bone giving out.
Yeah, no. So you're awful. No, so I was there for a year and my MOS was 74
Nobody
Delta.
knows what that means. What's an MOS?
It's like what your job is. And it's 74 Delta and it's called CBURN, so it's chemical, biological, nuclear weapons.
And what did you do with them? Did you,
You learn how to
is this one of these
basically
I can neither confirm nor deny type of situations?
I'd have to kill you.
Don't do that.
I would never. You're probably already halfway there with your 20 flu shots.
What, to killing you?
You killing yourself.
Oh, I thought you meant like I'm homicidal now that I'm protected.
No, but you are spreading the flu though, because I'm sure you have flu-like symptoms.
No, I don't do the nasal. I don't do the spray, so I'm not shedding, and shedding's a myth anyway. Everybody knows about that. What?
Weren't you sick a few weeks ago?
Oh, well, I don't know for sure if that was, you know, from a vaccine. Just because I get vaccinated and then I get sick, you can't tell me that that's has anything to do with it.
You don't
Correlation doesn't equal causation. So no.
But you're taking credit for eradicating disease.
Yes.
Oh,
That's correct.
Correlation equals causation when it fits your narrative. That makes sense.
So have you seen my TikTok? I joined TikTok today. You know, I'm trying to reach the youth and to teach them more about the safety of vaccines. And I don't know, there was some other lady doctor. I don't really learn lady doctor names, you know, because they're not real doctors. Let's be honest.
Okay.
But she did some videos and she went viral. You know, she had sweet little dance moves. She's doing a lot of pointing, and I haven't done that yet in my videos. So I think my videos could be just as viral if I did more pointing. So I got to work on it. You know, I'm new to it. I'm new to it today. So
I think you're
check it out.
Great at it. I'll look at that.
It's at Dr. Kosher. Dr. Kosher.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Look it up.
I actually don't have TikTok on my phone. I took it off. I'll put it back on just for you.
I like that. You're doing what I say, which that's what I demand of my patients. You know, when they come to my clinic, there's no questions. Just do as I say. Let me inject you with whatever I feel like, and everything's legit. We're happy. I'm happy. You're happy, and I get paid. So
I don't know. That sounds like a lot like coercion. Right?
no, incorrect. No, they want it.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure some do. But you know, it's all about choice, right? That's the whole
absolutely. Point. Yes, we want them to choose to do as I say. So that's what we're taught. Look, I mean, we have the power to call CPS. We have the power to keep you restrained. We can, you know, you ever go to a hospital and you want to check out, right? You've been there for a few days or whatever, you've had a surgery. We're not just going to let you out whenever you want to go.
Why?
You wait until we want you to go, and then get the hell out. But not until then. That's the way this industry works, because we are authoritative, we know what we're doing, and we're respected
So what made you
for our
want to become a
expertise.
doctor?
Power and money, mostly.
Power and money, huh?
That's correct.
Okay.
People get sick, and a lot of their sicknesses are kind of gross. So I'm not really into that. It's like, ugh.
Doesn't that come with being a doctor? I mean,
Yeah, I have to see a lot of stuff, but my daddy and his daddy and his daddy, they never told me about that. They just said, you get paid, and that's basically all I care about.
oh, is that why your whole scenario is different right now? Like your background, like you look like you're in a very.
This is because I'm traveling currently, and I've been asked to speak, at a conference, and I can't tell you all about it because none of your business, but I'm here and I'm going to speak, and I'm getting paid a lot to do so. So I'm always willing to travel for those reasons. Yes.
Okay. Just for money.
So,
Good to know. Good to know.
well, not just for money. I mean, there's notoriety. There's all sorts of other. Yes.
Like,
yes.
are you sure you don't have any other disorders?
What do you mean? Are you Twitch shaming? You're Twitch shaming me.
No, I mean, I could call you Dr. Twitch if you prefer.
I'm sorry, but my friend already has that name. So.
Oh.
Except without the doctor. But, amongst us, when we get together, we call her Twitch too. She likes it.
Oh, does she?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sure to never call her that if she likes it.
She's a good woman. Caring.
Okay. She criticized someone for a couple of people from California and New Jersey that came to New Jersey to help out with their rally.
That was such a pitiful display of the anti-vax lobby.
Oh, you think so?
Their power.
What? Lobby?
Yes, they're powerful. Very, very powerful.
Are we now?
And not you. Are you a lobbyist?
No.
You one of their? Well, I tell you, they have a lot of money. You should be one. Maybe you could get more than a closet to have this show.
Grassroots are not. It's not a glamorous life. Like, we're totally not lobbyists. We don't have money. It's coming in.
Listen, Dr. Peter Hotez, whom I trust with my life and who's taught me so much, he says there's a very powerful anti-vax lobby, and that's what I believe.
Well, I think a lot of us are waiting for that check then still from whoever this lobbyist is that's making all this money, because they owe us pretty big.
Didn't I see that you were actually down with that vile human being, Bobby Kennedy, recently?
I was.
What happened there?
Oh, he was amazing. He spoke to a group of concerned parents here in Florida and spread some truth like he always does. It was amazing. He's an amazing speaker.
What other lie spreaders were there besides him?
That was just him.
Just him?
Yeah.
Wow. Just a nice little romantic evening with.
No, I mean, it was him. It was him and all of the activists here in Florida, like Florida for Freedom and Florida Freedom Alliance and Florida Freedom Teachers. There's a whole bunch of us.
What's everybody always yelling about freedom? Like there's this freedom. Everything's freedom.
Yeah.
We have rules in place for a reason.
But you're taking away choice, which is a freedom to do so.
Well, when we see that vaccination and other life-saving things are on the decline, we need to take those choices away from you because you're not making the right choices of allowing us to inject you. So it only makes sense. You should not have a choice to do this. I mean, if you'd stop being selfish and, when you inject yourself with toxins to protect me, that's a beautiful thing. And
your rights aren't above mine.
I'm a doctor.
No, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Just because you went to school and you're $300,000 in debt because you have letters behind your name doesn't make you important or more important than I am.
Bitch.
I wear that name gladly. Thank you. I'm so glad we were acquainted.
I hate you.
That's
Heather
fine.
Simpson never did this kind of stuff.
Well, I think I'll rub off on you. I'm a
That's
little
dirty.
what? I'm a little rougher on the edges, but I'm nice on the inside, I promise.
Like you don't shave in the wintertime, that kind of thing?
What? Who does that? I don't do that.
Apparently everyone north of the Mason-Dixon line. I don't know. They get really lazy once September comes. It's amazing.
Oh, that's hilarious. I wonder if that's where No Shave November came from. Was it from someone, did someone up north create that? Probably was.
I have to imagine, yes. You know, it was right after Giant Bush September. That was the...
Oh, well, if you think about it, nobody's seeing your legs. It's snowing up there.
Yeah, you don't need to care about your spouse and what they want. It's all about if anybody sees it. You know. Yeah.
I mean, I guess
I get it.
Probably still shave. Gross. I don't know. To each their own, right? Choice, freedom to do so. That's the point.
Again, I'm not leaving that to anyone else's decision or discretion but my own. So you need to listen and shave. Okay, that's gross.
I don't follow rules very well, so that's something you're going to have to get used to. Because I don't think you're going to get another host, so you can't fire me.
I need to. This is the crap I have to deal with every week now. Is the ridicule.
You'll get to love me. You'll love me. I promise. I'm sweet. I'm just giving you shit today because it's my first day.
Oh, well, let's have a celebration. It's my first day. Welcome. Mark this day, 1/16/2020. It's a huge day. So I'm very excited about a subject that I saw this week.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it, but it's the new Xenobot.
Oh my
God. About that?
That's so scary looking.
Why? It's amazing. It's the world's first living, self-healing robot, and it's made from frog stem cells.
Okay, wait a minute.
And that can be floating around in our bodies and delivering medicine. It can, clean your arteries and stuff, the cholesterol. It'll clean that up. It eats all this stuff, and you become healthy. All you have to let us do is inject these nanobots in your body, and what could happen?
A whole lot of things.
A whole lot of good. Yeah.
Okay, so you're okay with.
And you can't kill them because when you stab them, when you slice them, which they've done, they heal themselves. Like remember in the Terminator when he got shot, all of a sudden he's healed. He's like, F that. Bullets don't do shit to me.
That's a good idea, putting something like that doesn't die in your body.
Yeah, because it's going to be life-saving, and you're going to need these or you'll die.
Oh, sure. So we'll turn into Autobots or like Decepticons, basically, because we have these random nanobots running around in our bodies doing God knows what.
That won't happen. Your side with the paranoia and suspicion and it's ridiculous.
Literally, Dr. Kosher, there have been sci-fi movies made of these, and I swear it's like totally gonna be real.
It's just movies.
That doesn't sound like
not real life.
It's so freaky.
Well, I'm looking at my notes here from the Xenobots because I was fascinated, so I was writing some notes. But I'm a doctor and I can't really read what I wrote.
Shocker.
So
maybe you should take a handwriting class. Touch up on some college.
I mean, I can show you like my signature. That's.
Oh.
See that?
Yeah, that looks like a wave.
I'll do it again. I can even do it without looking.
Okay. Oh, okay. Good job. I'm proud of you.
And that's verified then from my nurses that, yep, Dr. Kosher signed off on it.
Okay.
Yeah, so what's cool about these frogs is I'm loving, they're not frogs, they're xenobots, but they're made from frog stem cells.
From frogs.
Yes. So they've taken the outer layer of that off, the stem cell. They've torn it off, kind of like they rip a baby out of a woman when she doesn't want it anymore.
Oh,
And then they cut it up just like they do with the baby. They cut it up and use it for science experiments. Only in this way, rather than it being a useless fetus at that point, we're actually using the frog to inject into you to heal you. So, I mean, this is beautiful science. This is what I love to see happen. I'm excited.
I can tell. And I'm visibly terrified. That sounds horrific. And extremely dangerous. Why do you want robots running around in your bodies? Doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's not just bodies. We can put them in the oceans because they're going to clean up the plastic straws too. They're going to annihilate the straws. We'll dump a ton of them in the oceans. We'll clean up the plastic. It's going to be the best. I mean, people can stop panicking. You can, in fact, like, you know how India throws everything in the ocean anyway? They can feel free because we have xenobots coming to the rescue.
So they eat trash, or do they eat, like, what do they eat?
They eat plastic.
There's no plastic in your body, in your bloodstream.
No, not in the bloodstream. When we dump them in the ocean, then they know to eat the plastic.
How would they know that if they're made specifically to go into someone's body?
They're not. They're made for multi-purpose use.
Oh. So how are they supposed to know what they're supposed to do in someone's body if they're made for multi-purpose?
They're advanced.
Programming?
They're robots. They know what they're supposed to do.
Oh, so it'll be AI.
Yes, with your fancy terminology. Yes, the AI.
It's just abbreviated artificial intelligence.
You were so anxious to use your cool acronym. Hey, my AI did. Hey, AI, E-I-E-I-O.
Okay, no. Those are vowels. That's not an acronym. Okay.
AI was his name-o.
Was it now? Okay.
Yes.
That just sounds really freakish. So, since you were doing research, did you look up, did you happen to see, not look up, did you happen to see about that new vaccine that came out?
I did read something about chicken legs, chicken wing, something. I can't remember.
Honestly, I don't I don't know. What is it? Do you
chicken
know
gumbo, chicken gunya.
Chikungunya, right? Okay.
Chikungunya, that's the one. Yeah, yeah.
In my head, it sounds like chicken monkey gumbo. Like, because like, what kind of random stuff is this?
It's dangerous, and I'm really thankful that they're coming out with this vaccine and they're fast tracking it. It's very important to not go through all the safety studies because people are dying every day from chicken gumbo, and they need relief, and this vaccine can prevent, and millions of lives can be saved.
Wait, so aren't the symptoms just like dehydration and low white cell blood count?
Some people don't have access to water. You want to withhold life-saving vaccines because they can't get a drink of water?
So you'd rather give them vaccines instead of water and good food?
Yeah, that's kind of the model all around the world. Have you not been following the amazing things that Bill Gates is doing? Rather than spend all sorts of money and have wells for these poor people in India and Africa, that costs a lot of money. It's much safer to just inject them with life-saving vaccines.
But wouldn't the money be better spent on the food and water?
No, these are mostly just minorities anyway. So we can just not worry about generational health with access to clean water. We're just going to vaccinate. That's the ethical thing to do.
It's definitely not, but okay, we can, no, that's
Who's
not.
wearing the lab coat? Is it you or me?
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Not, no. I don't care if you're wearing a lab coat. That sounds ridiculous, and you know it. Um,
you're
so
ridiculous,
if
bitch.
people if people are like dying of this, like where are these outbreaks of this chicken
Everywhere, especially,
everywhere?
well, probably New Orleans, Jamaica, wherever they have a lot of chicken gumbo. That's where it's happening. And, you know, I don't know. Those are the two places that pop to mind, but I'm sure it's
So then
Puerto Rico and other places.
so
Any,
then
you know,
why would we here in America need to have this vaccine? There hasn't been an outbreak of that. That hasn't been in the news.
we're very fortunate that there hasn't been, but because we have this vaccine now, you will need to get it because you don't want to
We're
get
all gonna
chicken
die.
gumbo. Yes,
Okay. But we're all unvaccinated for it now though.
right. And everybody's walking on death's door, pretty much. I mean, we're on the edge. You don't know when you're going to get that disease.
Oh, so it's not an infection, it's a disease.
It's a disease like flu disease.
Which is why, you have almost 20
18. 18. I've had 18, even though I have 17 pins.
I
Somebody
said
stole one.
almost.
You have
Almost.
what?
You and your 20 vaccine. What is wrong with you? That's crazy. So are you
Not safe.
are you okay?
What are you talking about?
Do you need some water?
No. But the other good thing about the chicken gumbo vaccine is it's live. It's attenuated vaccine. So it's only going to protect more people.
Oh,
And you don't need the dangerous adjuvants that are in other. I mean, you don't need the necessary adjuvants that are in other vaccines. So good thing.
I think it's going to be very dangerous. So is that going to be one that you're going to get every year too?
Yeah, and of course, if CDC says we need it annually, I don't know if we're going to need it annually. I think maybe one will probably protect you for life. I mean, that's what we always assume when a new vaccine comes, is that this one will protect you for life. And then later on, yeah, we need boosters and 6-7 rounds of it, but we'll tell you at first that it'll protect you for life. And then
How? If
and
you
this
haven't
is
done any safety studies, effective studies, they're tested for like what, 4 days? The longest?
they've been testing it on African kids for a while. It's fine. It's
Shit.
completely safe.
So, but we're gonna give it to multicultural America. Is that, everybody's DNA is the same as African kids.
What does DNA have to do with anything? DNA is not even real science when it comes to vaccines.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's your doctor. Listen to him.
The fast tracking is very important. You skip a lot of steps in fast tracking, which means the pharmaceutical company can make money much faster, which is great for them. It's great for me because I start selling the shit much faster, and I mean the life-saving vaccine much faster. And you know what?
That sounds like?
My car payments can be made.
Remember
swine flu?
Swine flu?
Yeah, remember that was fast tracked, and nobody had any side effects for that. Yep.
The bird flu? Yeah, I remember that one too.
They kept saying that, the swine flu causes narcolepsy and death, but shit.
Everything comes with risk, though. You know that. You have to know that.
Right. What if you didn't have the narcolepsy all of a sudden? From the vaccine, you would have gotten narcolepsy a different way, and it would have been much worse.
Oh, you think so?
Definitely. That's how science works.
The same, though? Whether you got it from the vaccine or you got it from...
Is it narcolepsy I'm thinking of, or... Necrophilia. No, it's narcolepsy. I get this so
Oh.
confused.
Tell us how you really feel, Doc.
I don't know why they have to have words that are so similar to each other that mean completely different things.
Welcome to the English language. Oh man. So what kind of car do you have?
A Mercedes S-Class lease.
Oh, a lease. Okay.
Yeah, so I can change it every year or two.
So your payments are like what? $600 a month?
What? No, I'm successful. They're like $1,100 a month.
Okay. Wow. So no wonder why you have to
Yeah,
sell all
make
of these drugs.
all of the things. Yes.
All the things. That's what it sounds like. I mean, if pharma is going to make all this money and then you make all the money under them, it sounds like a pyramid scheme. And then coercion, you're like forcing, your whole slogan is my body, your body, my choice, right? That's your slogan. It sounds like you're part of a mafia. It's like mob.
That's your opinion.
Oh.
You're entitled to your opinion, even though it's
Like I'm entitled
wrong.
to my choice, Dr. Kosher.
You're only entitled to your choice when it comes to everything else except vaccines. There's no more choice with that. This is undisputed heavyweight stuff. So.
Oh, do you watch any sports?
Well, yeah, I like football.
Do you like MMA?
No, I gotta be honest. No.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I remember you were on with Heather. You didn't like the throwing up and the bleeding. Although there's no throwing up. There's a lot of blood, though. You don't like that?
No, I just don't really like seeing, people roll around on the ground like nothing happens. It's for me, it's boring. I don't want to watch that.
An MMA fight? Oh, you have not been watching the right ones, my friend.
Oh, sure. And let me get next thing is I'm not eating the right grits. You've never had the grits like I make. You got to have these kind of grits. The fact of the matter is all grits suck.
Oh,
all grits suck.
I'm darker. Is that what it is? You said grits.
No.
You're so nice.
Don't call me racist. This has nothing to do with that. I'm not saying you like grits. I'm saying people in general say grits. You need to eat grits in a different manner than the way I've had them presented to me numerous times. And each one of those people said, this is the best way to have grits. And each time it tastes like shit. So I am done trying your grits.
Okay. You don't have to try my grits. I don't make them anyway. So
I don't want them.
Okay.
Okra too. Okra.
Ew. Oh. Why are you bringing up these foods?
I don't know. I talk about a lot of things I don't like. All right. That's okra. I was going to say Oprah. I almost misspoke. Like I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I'm not a huge fan. But
so you're not a fan of women?
No, just every woman loves Oprah.
I don't. Why? Why is that? Why does every woman love Oprah?
She gives really good advice, I guess, for like parental advice because she's not a mother. Health advice, like all sorts of good advice.
You think it's okay for her to give health advice even though she's not in the medical field?
Yeah, she's Oprah. She's allowed.
But what class?
She's sponsored by Pfizer, so obviously Pfizer sees her value as to speak about health, and
then you do too.
I respect Pfizer. I love my Pfizer sales rep. He comes in all the time, and he's a good dude. He.
Oh.
Good dude. Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty comes in. Yeah, we may have had a few beers together and that kind of thing, and I don't want to get him in trouble, so I'm not gonna continue to talk about him. But he's a good guy.
Why would that get him in trouble? Wait a minute. Are you not supposed to go out with pharmaceutical reps?
I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do some of the things that we've done, but I'm not getting into it.
Oh my. Disclosure. You didn't have to sign an NDR, did you?
I mean,
Well, an NDA, not NDR. NDA. Non-disclosure agreement.
yes, I did have to sign one of those, and I'm happy to do it.
Why?
All I
Ooh,
can say is that
what happened if you got audited?
people disappear all the time. Okay, it had nothing to do with us. Scotty and I had nothing to do with those disappearances.
Oh my god, that's so scary. See, you're part of the mafia. I knew it.
You're insensitive. You're laughing about people disappearing.
Oh, if you had something to do with it, that's freaky.
I can't talk about this. I don't appreciate you bringing it up.
Okay. Next subject then. I was talking about MMA and you like totally changed the subject.
Oh, what about MMA? Tell me about MMA.
There's gonna be a fight this weekend, and it's supposed to be a really big fight. It's gonna be a really good one. Conor McGregor, do you know him? Have you ever heard of him?
He sounds Irish.
He is very Irish,
See?
very handsome. I think everyone likes his accent, and he's kind of known as like the bad boy. He's kind of an asshole, and it's pretty awesome.
And who's he fighting?
He's fighting Cowboy Cerrone, and he's kind of, a good guy. He portrays himself as a good guy. They're both really good fighters, though.
Well, this sounds incredibly riveting. I can't wait to not watch it. Two guys just rolling around, kind of fighting each other.
It's MMA. It's mixed martial arts, so they don't just roll around like, what is this? This is not WWE.
No, they start out, they stand up, and then they get closer, and then it's like, and then they roll around for the next 4 minutes, and the round's over. That's MMA.
Some of those are like that. Those are the boring ones. I don't think this one's going to be boring. This is going to be a stand-up fight, I think. They're definitely
I liked boxing back in the day, when it was exciting, like with Tyson before he started eating ears and that kind of thing, before he got really crazy. He was awesome to watch. You'd pay hundreds of dollars to sit ringside or thousands, and in like 9 seconds, the fight would be over. Amazing.
A lot of the time, though, boxing it's like forever long. There's like 15 rounds, right?
In the Rocky movies, yes. Otherwise, I think it's 12.
Oh, that's still a long time. I haven't watched boxing in, I think, 10 years. It got really boring. So I don't
It gets boring too when they just hug each other. I don't really like seeing that. Just
it's weird.
punch each other. So.
Like, just fight. So are you watching football then? Or are you gonna watch the Super Bowl?
Of course, I'm not weird. I'll watch the Super Bowl.
So who do you think is gonna be in the Super Bowl then?
Well, look, I live in Wisconsin, so I'm gonna say the Packers, but truth be told, I think the Niners are going to win. I think the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl. But
okay.
And then in the AFC, I don't know. I would assume Kansas City. But.
That's a good pick. I like those. It's a good pick, I think. Are you gonna have a party? Like a Super Bowl party?
I've tried that before, and I invite a lot of people to my parties. I don't know why nobody shows up, but I'm getting kind of tired of it. You would think.
Do you require them to be vaccinated before they come to your house?
Well, yes, at least the DTaP. Because sometimes I have random babies running around the house, and I don't want them infecting my random babies.
What? I lost you for a second. You okay?
I said sometimes there's random babies running around my house, so people who come over need to have the DTaP at least. But the good thing is I have it on hand. So
do you?
Come over, yes. So we inject them right there, they're protected. It's kind of like when you step on a rusty nail and you have the danger of tetanus. We will give you the tetanus vaccine right then.
Oh, well, so you carry them like what, in your satchel? In your man bag?
It's a European man bag, yes.
So do you moonlight as like a concierge doctor?
No, more like Dexter doctor, I guess. That didn't come out right. That's not what I meant.
So who are you dextering? Because all those holistic doctors that are no longer.
Stop talking about it. I don't want to bring it up.
Wow. We have uncovered a lot in my first show. This is amazing.
Who are you with your voodoo? I plead the fifth on, I'm not talking anymore.
You have to. This is your show.
No, but you've done some shenanigans to me and confusing me.
Oh, no, so I'm confusing you. Okay. Maybe we should call Bobby Kennedy. You know, he's a lawyer. I'm sure he has some connections.
Yeah, I would love to have Bobby Kennedy represent me. That would be my dream come true.
I would not have him represent you, sweetheart. Have him come and investigate, because, you know, not him necessarily, but I'm sure, you know, a lawyer, no other lawyers. Okay, so let me be nice to you because I want to be invited back. I like our conversation. We're uncovering a lot of things.
All right, be nice. Let's hear some praises. This is like the end of all my meetings with my clients.
Oh, really?
Yes. I try to make these fast, you know, like I've mentioned before, if I can get in and out in like 90 seconds tops, but I'm trying to aim for 70 seconds in 2020. So I can spend 70 seconds with my clients. That's plenty of time. And, you know, the last 10 to 15 seconds, I would like their praises at the end of the meeting. You know, thank you, doctor, for taking the time and that kind of thing. It's only appropriate.
Is it? Well,
yes, it makes me feel good.
Your lab coat is very bright. It matches the gray in your hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't actually have gray hair. I just color my hair gray because it's.
Oh, do you?
It's popular.
Do you do all popular things?
Mostly. I want to fit in.
Why?
Because I care what people think.
Oh, okay. So,
And I want good reviews on Yelp.
Do you get a lot of good reviews on Yelp from your practice?
Amazing reviews. Yeah, it hardly cost me anything.
So you pay for them. That's a good idea. You know.
No, I meant it cost me just good service.
Really? 90 seconds of service. I bet your wife is happy.
Yeah, they get in and out pretty fast. Just like me.
Oh my goodness. That's insane. 90 seconds. I don't think I've ever had a 90-second appointment.
That's what she said.
Anybody. What? No. That didn't even go. What are you doing?
What?
That is not at all how that's supposed to go. You missed the whole punchline. Oh boy. Okay, so any questions for me? Do you have any other questions? Because I know you started asking and then you like stopped asking and we talked about you for a while.
I don't know if I have any more questions. You know, is there anything else that you want to bring up about who you are? So you had some Army time, almost a whole year. Must have been incredibly difficult for you to hold a job for a whole year, and you've been unemployed since then, pretty much. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, pretty much. No, I worked after I got out, I worked at it's called the Post Exchange. So it's a store on base that it's like a convenience store, but like bigger, like a shopping department store. I worked there. I was manager there.
You worked at a military Walmart.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, it was awful. And then I just stayed home because my then 3-year-old was having some really bad symptoms. He was not having symptoms, but he was displaying autistic characteristics that we weren't exactly sure was autism, because our doctors kept saying that he was developing normally and that he was fine. Because he lacked speech didn't mean anything. He would develop all on his own. So now I just stayed home because he wasn't well if I was away. I had to watch him and take care of him while I was at home. So I've stayed home.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We don't know what's causing this autism. It's really exploding. But what we do know, it is not the vaccines. So that's
sure.
where you can rest assured.
Yes, because we can do, studies on these African frogs and how they can turn into robots, but we can't figure out why 1 in 30.
Were the frogs African? I don't remember reading that they were.
I think they
African?
were. Aren't they African frogs? Amazonian frogs?
I don't know.
Some kind of frogs. Either way. So scientists can do all these great, other studies to figure out these things. Like, for example, that frozen man who was frozen for like 4,000 years. Scientists can figure out what he ate and what he died from, but we can't figure out why 1 in 34 children have autism, or why 54% of our kids in America are sick.
I know. It's really frustrating.
Oh my gosh. It would be frustrating for you, wouldn't it?
Yes, mostly because people ask me questions about it and I don't like that. So,
why? Because
doctor, why after my last appointment did my son regress? Don't ask me that question. I don't have that answer. All I can tell you is why he didn't regress, and that's because of vaccines.
Oh.
So, and then they come at me with more questions, and again, the vaccine inserts, look, it says on there, and SIDS and everything. And you just want to have an excuse. You want to blame somebody, so you blame me when it's not my fault. And, as long as I administer a vaccine, I'm not liable for anything that happens.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's not my fault.
So it's basically like a free pass for injury. Maybe I should become a doctor.
Well, maybe you'd last a whole year in medical school.
No, I'm actually pretty bright. So I think I'd last a whole lot longer. It's not
What else do you do?
I don't do. I used to do makeup, makeup videos. I used to do those.
Like scary ones, like Thriller?
No. Just like beauty makeup or everyday makeup. Help make, ladies that were new to makeup or didn't necessarily know how to apply makeup. I would do tutorials.
Okay.
And then for a while, I think mostly in my teens, early 20s, I used to sing. I don't necessarily much anymore. Just for play, fun with my girls.
I'm picturing show tunes. I'm sure you sing show tunes.
I love show tunes.
Yeah, I knew it.
I do. I like show tunes. Yeah, but our music range is from, we listen to everything pretty much.
How do people get into liking show tunes? I never understand that. Like, where do you watch or listen to show tunes?
I don't know. I mean, when you're a kid, that's all you, like all the cartoons, they all have like songs in them, right? And then Disney movies, I mean, we won't get into that.
So like Under the Sea, does that count as a show tune?
Yeah, because
Under the Sea.
Yeah, it does. It kind of sets you up for, like high school plays or middle school plays. And then those plays lead into, Broadway shows that you go see when you're a part of like a theater program in school. So if you like that kind of stuff.
Okay. I like gestures. It's my favorite when, the high school plays and everything's out here. Gestures.
Oh, yeah?
Gestures and show tunes is my favorite. Mm-hmm.
It's fun. And it gets the kids moving, they get excited. It's fun stuff. But, yep.
All right. Well, we're gonna, if you're going to be my co-host here, you're going to sing at some point.
Oh my God, no. What? Why
and it'll be the song of my choosing.
No way. So my voice, your choice.
Yes, yes. That was a good one. I'm gonna give you there we go. Now don't take away my.
That's funny. My voice, your choice.
Don't take my star power. I was nervous about having you on, but I think I can still destroy you coming up. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for letting us get to know about your boring life, and I look forward to next week when I don't know what's going to happen, but I know you're going to sing something.
Oh God, no, not next week. I can't take it. I'm gonna be so nervous.
I want you to be nervous. I want you to be nervous for a whole week. I enjoy that. So.
All right, doctor.
Thank you, Ashley.
Ashley.
Oh, by the way,
Aly.
I was just thinking of. Never mind. I can't tell you. Aly, you spell your name A-L-Y. Why is that?
What do you mean, why?
I don't know. That seems lazy. Most Allys do like A-L-L-I-E, but you had to cut that down. Like you just didn't have time to write Aly the normal way.
No, my cousin's name is actually Aly too. So, but
so your whole family's lazy as far as naming everyone Marie. Is it Aly Marie?
No, her middle name's not. Her middle name's not Marie. My middle name is Marie. I just prefer Aly, so that's what we'll go with.
All right. Well, it's time for us to log off. So have a good night. Thank you for joining us, and
of course.
I'm sure nobody enjoyed it. So we will.